Hi all, this is Naveen and let's discuss about operators, decision statements and user input. So when it comes to the operators, let's talk about the relational operators. They basically return boolean values which are true or false, and these are some of the relational operators. Greater than, smaller than or equals to, greater than or equals to, and then not equals to. Assignment operator. This is the assignment operator and it helps to assign value to a variable. And in the arithmetic operators, we have these ones: plus, minus, multiplication, division, and modulo operator. What these operators do is they help to perform some mathematical calculations. These are straightforward, clear. And with this one, what happens is that when you divide one number by another number, this will return remainder of that. Logical operator AND is represented by double ampersand signs. Logical operator OR is represented by double pipes, and a negation operator NOT is represented by an exclamatory sign. A unary operator is used with a single operand. Some examples include plus plus and minus minus. Consider that they are postfixed and prefixed. What does it mean? Assume that you have a variable score. You can write it either plus plus score or score plus plus, but be very careful about their implementations. Negation operator NOT is also a unary operator. A ternary operator is also called a conditional operator, and here is the syntax for it. Assume that you have some condition in your code. If this condition is true, then your program will execute this expression right here. If this condition is false, your program will skip this one and will implement expression number 2. These expressions could be simple print statements, code block, or some computations. You use decision statements to implement decisions in your programming. What does that mean? Let's take a simple analogy. Assume that you are in the middle of the jungle and you encountered a point where your path diverges in two directions. You need to choose a best one. That means you make a best decision and keep moving forward. That's exactly what applies in programming as well. Depending upon a decision, different parts of the program are executed. There are two kinds of decision statements that I'll discuss here. One is this kind, where we use if combined with else, or else if and else combined statements. So this example that I have provided here is the combination of if, else if and else statements. There may be situations where you need only if statements. So in that case you can use only the if block. There could be other situations where you need only if and else statements. In that case you don't need else if. So how this works? In your program, assume that there is variable x, and if x equals 2, then your program will print this statement. If x equals 3, it will run this statement. Otherwise, it will execute this statement. With the help of switch case statement, you can define multiple cases based on a single switch. Assume that in your program there is a variable named operator, and this operator could hold one of these values: plus, minus, multiplication or division. And there is a variable a that has value of 2, similarly b has value of 3. You pass this operator variable to the switch. If this operator is a plus sign, your program will run this line of code right here. It will exit out of the switch block using this break statement. In case this operator is a minus sign, your program will run this line of the code and then will also break out of the switch block by using this break statement. So you know that the point of the break statement is to exit out of the switch block. If there is no break statement here, what happens is that your program will run this case statement. Once it is done implementing this one, then it will move on to implementing another case statement. Let's implement operators in our program. Here is a public class operators and here is the main method. Main method is an entry point for JVM to start executing your Java code. I've taken a variable named number1 that holds value of 2.0, another variable named number2 that holds value of 2.8. Let's compare them. Number1 is less than number2, which is true. So this variable result1 should hold value of true. Boolean is the data type for this one. You know that Boolean means true or false. We'll print that in the console. Here is another example. 5 equals 4, which is false, and this variable result2 will hold false. Let's print that one in the console. Instead of writing 3 different lines of code, here I've written a single compacted line of code, and they mean the same thing. Let's run the program and see the output. Result 2 is false, result 1 is true. Let's discuss about logical operators. In order to do that one, I have imported a scanner class from java.util.scanner package and have instantiated using a new operator. We'll use this scanner object for taking in console input. Here is the prompt to enter a number between 0 and 10. We'll take that number and save it in a variable called number. This is how we take the console input. Let's compare this number with some other numbers. Here, if number is greater than 0, and here is your logical operator, number is less than 10, we'll do these things right here. Else, we'll run this statement right here. Assume that number is greater than 0 and number is less than 10. Then what we're gonna do? We'll see if number is greater than 4 and number is less than 8. If that's the case, we'll print you like coding. Else if number is less than 4 or another logical operator, number is greater than 8, we'll display you like problem solving. Else if number is not equals to 4, not is the another logical operator, then we'll print this in the console. Let's run this program and see the output. I'll run with 4 different numbers. Let me pull the console up. Here is the prompt. Enter a number between 0 and 10. I'll enter 2. It says you like problem solving. And one thing that I would like to show you is this space right here. This space appears because of this tab character that I put it here. Let's run the program again. My input this time will be number 7. It tells you like coding. Let's run this program again. This time I'll put in number 8. Let's put in number 8. You love DSA. At the end, I'll run one more time, and this time I'll put in number 10. Let's put in number 10. Understanding prompts is important. You see, your understanding prompts is important. It's because you were asked to enter number between 0 and 10. Hope that helps you understand logical operators, and thanks. Now let's discuss about ternary operator or a conditional operator. In order to do that one, I have imported scanner class from java.util.scanner package and have created an object of the scanner class using a new operator. We'll use this object to take in console input. Here is a prompt to enter Java or another programming language of choice in the console. Once you put that in the console, we'll grab that one. This is how we grab it, and then we'll save it in a variable called language. Calculate the length of the language variable here, and this is where we implement the ternary operator or a conditional operator. Here is your condition. If length of the language variable equals 4, we'll execute this statement right here, which is you like Java. If this condition is false, we'll go and print this statement in the console. Let's print the result in the console. I'll run this program and then we'll see the execution here. So I'll type in Java. You like Java. Let me run it again and then provide another input. I'll type in C++. No Java. Wow. Hope that helps you understand ternary operator, and thank you so much for watching.